But what a mark. Properly tested tonight, but 2 wins out, 2 in the competition. You'll be very pleased.
Yeah, I think that was quite important for us tonight. Try and win the game. Try and get close to qualification. I think it'd be unfortunate not to qualify with 6 points. So that's important. Bit of prize money and all those bits and pieces. And obviously, a lot of those players needed a game. It looked like it a little bit at times today. It's been a while since we played, but yeah, okay game. No real dramas about it. It's a game I think we should win, and we get the goal in the second half. But there were moments in the game where it lacked a little bit of intensity in terms of, you know, when your last game's Portsmouth and you compare it to that, there's just no comparison in some respects. So it's harsh to try and compare the two, really. But it was what we needed it to be for the players that have played to get good minutes and play, and be able to save a few tonight ahead of a busy week now for Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. We needed to use the whole squad, so we're ready for that week for everybody that we're going to need. And yeah, winning the game, clean sheet, all important things.
Yeah, lively encounter first half and lots of possession for your side, but it seemed difficult to break them down. They were quite a challenge, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they got quite compact behind the ball. I thought at times we could have gone round them or behind them a little bit quicker, a little bit more intent in our play. I think they were the two things we talked about half-time. Intensity, so when to go and engage and work hard in your defended shape, give them the first bit, but get to work a little bit earlier, and a bit more aggression in our pressing. And then purpose, make sure that we don't get caught in a slow possession game, probably too many backwards passes at times in the first half and things like that, and we managed to get little bits of that right in the second half a little bit more. So yeah, overall it's a decent night for us.
Yeah, the Spurs actually came out in the second half, started well, very much on the front foot in 15 minutes, and you had to see that out. But you talked about intensity, and there was a lovely run from Harrison down the left-hand side to set the goal up.
Yeah, good goal actually, and yeah, I think that was significant because that was something we spoke about half-time. How can you get around the outsides and commit to your attacks a little bit more and more forward runs? I thought we started well in the first half with that and probably faded away from it in the end as the game went on, and finished the first half with a bit of that, and we had a bit more of that in the second half as well. So important for us, and a decent cross from him. Jack at the back post, and then Sam with the sort of flick header. So good for him to score again, and good for us to get a good result.
Yeah, Sam likes his competition. 3-2 now for him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's pushing to try and get more starts and more minutes in the league team, but you have to be patient in that sense at the moment. But all you can ask is that the players' work ethic in training first of all, and then work ethic on nights like this, and attitude towards it is right, and that's what we want to see from all of those players. And wait their chance. But in the end as well, it's like, go on then, you've got to force your way in the team, you've got to force others out the team, you've got to have a huge impact when you play. So any time that, if you're a striker, you go on the pitch and score, that obviously plays in your favour. And I think what we showed tonight is I thought our team looks a decent side, a strong side, shows the bit of depth that we've got in the squad, which is important. And those players are getting themselves closer to being ready to really get in and impact the team. And I think all of them are capable of going in our team and helping our team be competitive at the level. So a good night for them to get the minutes that they've needed.
Yeah, certainly for Jensen Weir, Jack Lancaster, good to see them get the minutes under the belt. A nice moment for Carl as well, getting a clean sheet this evening.
Yeah, he made some good saves actually. I thought his distribution for the majority of it was very good. Picked out some lovely passes in the first half and made a couple of really good saves in the game. So pleased with him. Pleased to see Leon Davies get back on the pitch after a long time out and a tough run really for him. So that was important to get him back towards playing. Jack Lancaster, first 90 minutes, important for him. Jensen Weir, again, like you say, hasn't played so much in the last few weeks, so that's good. Kai Young getting on the pitch again, playing another half an hour with us. All those things are quite important, and then we were able to obviously save a few from even stripping up tonight, and then a few didn't come on the pitch, and players like Willow, an hour, Lloydie, 70 minutes or so, Jack a little bit for him. So yeah, I think we've used the squad quite well tonight. We've come out of it with the majority of things we wanted from it, and now we've got to get ourselves ready for a tough game at the weekend.
Yeah, obviously one or two here from a Spurs perspective, looking at some of their youngsters, but there were some youngsters in your side that really shone again this evening. Leon Davies coming off the bench, he's a youth product here, and Kai Young off the bench, you've mentioned him, and Ben Warman putting in another good performance. How important is this competition for those players?
Well, I think it's what the fundamental aims of the competition are. Obviously, with the introduction of under-21 teams from the Premier League in recent seasons, not so popular, I know, with supporters, but I understand the reasoning behind it, to try and give exposure to those players to senior football a few times a season in this competition. And I think in our sense, it's one that we see it shouldn't be exclusive to just those clubs. You know, we see it as one that we can use especially when we have quite a few games at the moment, we can use our whole squad, but we can also give some of the younger players an opportunity where sometimes it's hard to do that in the league games. So even for Ben Warman, he'll want to be playing more than he's playing at the moment, but he's played more games this season than he's ever played in any season so far. So if he keeps totting those games up, I think that's the next step, and you build up those numbers game by game. And Kai Jern's training with us a lot more now, and playing very, very well when he's coming in sessions and games. And there's others in the youth team that are doing the same, and they should look at this and think, right, it's a great competition. Next round, Stevenage. Can I get in that squad? Can I get in that team? I think that's the motivation that you want as a young player.
And one other big positive for this evening, or two positives really, Jubilee Okadina getting minutes on the pitch, and even more so Leon Davies, we've mentioned once before, but it's been a long time since he's been out there on the turf.
It has, and good and fair play to him. Mikey and Matt have got him back to good level with the other medical guys, and a big operation at the end of last season. He's come back well from, and he's been training well in the last few weeks and building up. So great to see him back on the pitch. It's been a long road for him and a tough challenge. So really pleased for him, and obviously Gibbs. First game with us, obviously got his injury in the Carabao Cup, and then tonight was an opportunity for him to get back on the pitch. A bit strange for him really, I think, playing against his old club and his old teammates in some respects, but good for him to get 90 minutes and know that he's getting ready and getting closer to really contributing to the team when he's needed.
So a positive evening all round, and one step in the next round really, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably see in a couple of weeks' time when the next game happens, game 2 for the other clubs, as to whether we definitely secure it. But we know we've got another one with Stevenage in a few weeks' time, month's time or so. So we'll try and be as competitive as we can. But I think what we show is we're willing to make changes, but we take the competition seriously. We want to win and progress, because I think there's a lot of benefits to come from us doing well in it.